What's this? Not a ferrum, but a man taking a stroll amongst the embers. Or do... I see, I see. I've got to a man in a cage. A knight with a duty. Oh, how I love where this is headed. How does it go? For I, the remnant knight, must serve... Apologies for that. He doesn't like it when I shout. But it did give me time to think. I've a solution to our newfound mutual dilemma. I would like Greco's arm. It's brilliant, this. You'll be so valiantly offering an arm to which I can, of clear conscience, gladly accept. All parties satisfied, I posit. Except... Once more, to speak of ethics, I truly thought I'd feel some guilt. But I'll tell you, didn't feel a thing. The mind is a curious thing. The arm. Curious. You escaped your confine first, eh, Greco? You're welcome, so speaking. Now, I'd advise a stride rearward, my duty-bound knight. While Greco's disposition certainly left much... The notion that we differ on what perhaps with a few modifications, Greco, you'll settle the Right then, consider your... Ah, yes. With heat stifling and a back stiffer than the metal of a cage, I can think of nothing better. Why, yes. There are none who know the Ferrum completely, and few who know them very little. But of those who know very little, I know the most. Quite the most. Now that is a precarious object indeed. I do apologize, mighty knight, but I'm feeling rather parched. I'm heading back to Starspire to restock before my next... From the embrace of one cage into another, I suppose. But I shall do so with a smile. I've a number of friends who surely have been reveling. We should not court disaster as such, my good knight. And we should refrain from imposing any particular constitution on this already alluringly Often the dockman contemplates the maneuvering of ships with a certain sharpness in his eyes. And when they finally arrive at his dock, he ties them down with mooring lines taut enough to make his hands bleed. And to you, mighty knight, should our next encounter possess as much amputation and electricity as this, we shall be better for it. Ah, mighty knight! Fate is such that we should happen across each other again. You're likely only to find disappointment venturing after the azure flare. But I know better than to temper the fires of righteous conviction. I assume you seek passage through the storm surrounding the... You've not heard of it? The Ferrum's famous bastion of fire and steel? Only that men have clawed after its secrets since long before the Night Plague. A combination of fear and wonder. Always a me. I cannot remember which god it belongs to, or even if I have my location correct. But I'm of the opinion that the banning of any relic only makes it that much more. How quickly does the fire of a forge become the soul of Talamel? Ah, that is the trouble with objects of myth, my dear knight. For there's nothing so transformative as the hope of men. For that, you've only to turn again to our... I'm sure the old tin-skin would want you to have this, given all you've been through. After only a few adjustments on my end, Greco's talents are now more electrifying than before. Should you voyage into that storm, be sure to... Now, mighty knight, where's your sense of adventure? There's that knightly courage. Looks like I must be off as well. That looming fortress on the horizon beckons. Should your venture bring you to Radic's stronghold as well...